Yo, check it out. What's the deal? It's the chef right here. Montreality. You already know what it is. Hold it down. One. Good Friday entertainment. All day, every day. Montreal was good. What kind of student I was in high school? I was a kid that made it to class and all that. You know what I mean? I wasn't dumb. You know, I get my work done, but I was a behavioral kid. You know what I mean? Behavioral. Where I get in a lot of trouble with the kids, but still know how to do the work. You know what I mean? So, you know, we just had a behavior problem. When I was a teenager, what kind of jobs I had? I ain't really had too many jobs, you know what I mean? Where I live at is like straight slums. Like, we ain't really have too many things in our area that we could say, yo, they hiring young cats or whatever, you know what I mean? The only thing I was looking forward to is having a summer youth job at that time. So that's what we was at that time. What's the key to success and what's my motto? The key to success, number one, is having love for what you do and passion. You know what I mean? That's gonna always be the key to success. My motto is just being a militant grown man that, you know, have a lot of, you know, experiences from yesterday and turn it into a great positive thing today. That's my motto, to stay humble, but at the same time, spread that knowledge. That knowledge is important. If I could show a little kid another direction from where I came from with it and give him an opportunity to be the best at who he could be, I won't be one of them dudes that's gonna be in his ear pushing him to move forward. So my motto is to be like a young prophet, you know what I mean? If I wrote a book, I probably don't know what I name it, you know what I mean? Cause you know it all depends on what I'm writing in it. But it would be something powerful and, you know, I don't know, maybe I might call it the opus. You know what I mean? Something that really could reflect on my past and still show you where my presence is at today. My favorite airport? Well, I don't even really like to do planes that much, but you know I love traveling, so I gotta do them. But I would say my favorite airport probably would be Hartsfield-Jackson. That's in Atlanta. Atlanta's a big city, and it's all good Southern people that give you that great hospitality feeling. I went through there plenty of times, and you know they always show me love and skip the line, do what I want to do. You know what I mean? They always embrace me or whatever. So I would say Hartsfield-Jackson. What I got in my pocket right now? Got my wallet. You know what I mean? My credit cards in there. I got about 60 Canadian on me. My keys to my house. Hold on, let me see. The keys to my house. Look at the keys to my house right here. It's my key right here, y'all. Montreality. See, let me see my joint. Yeah, one of my Wu-Tang Escalades from back in the days was like, I remember one time we was in Europe, all of us, this was like in our early days, like 93 or something, and we wound up going to London and do a show. And when we went to London, you know, we stayed at this big hotel. We was all happy to be there and all of that. We up in the fly shit, so we like, wow, people showing love, they love us and all that. When we got inside the rooms, we didn't have any incidentals on our room, so we felt like the label was supposed to pay for that. So we like, yo, we out here working, doing our job, y'all gotta feed us, but they was trying to give us little bedams like $40 and you know what I mean? We like, yo, we grown men, we wanna eat steaks and all that. The steaks in here is like $80. $90, so you know the point guy who they had actually running things, he was fronting on the credit card. So we all got together, we was like, yo, you see how they acting with they don't even want to feed us out here. So we like, you know what? Next thing you know, you could order shit, but don't, you know, it's like ordering it, but at the same time, they charging you for it. So, you know, we was just trying to keep it respectful, but then next thing you know, it was like, yo, fuck it. We just started ordering mad bottles. We ordered probably like 50 champagne bottles, and then everybody was just blowing up the phones and eating steak and celebrating or whatever. So boom, next thing you know, when we was getting ready to check out, we see all these police in the front of the hotel. So we like, what the hell is going on? Like, you know what I mean? They like, yo, everybody just stay in the room and shit, something must have happened. But we was kind of thinking that it was 1 and 1 equal 2, but we like, nah, you know, that's some other shit or whatever. It's just a bill that they gonna have to pay. Guess how much the bill wound up being? The bill was $108,000. So now the people in the hotel is on some shit like, we can't leave until this bill get paid. So you know, now we stuck in a hotel. They got the police downstairs waiting to see if dudes try to run and take off or whatever. So now the dude from the label who was with us, he was fucked up because he didn't know how to go about dealing with anything. So you know, he called home and told dudes, yo, these Wu niggas is crazy. They ordered like 80 bottles and they ordered mad steaks and all of this from out of this exotic hotel. And the label had to pay for it, you know what I mean? And you know us, we just in the room like wow, like yeah. But we didn't know it was that much money. We thought it was probably gonna be like a little 10,000, 7,000. Shit was 100 grand just to call home. So if you out there in London and you calling home for 10 minutes, that shit is like $90. So you can imagine how we was blowing up the phones. It was all because we felt like, you know, as artists, we know they was giving us redeems, but come on, you can't get no grown man to act like he gonna get his stomach full off of $40. We just couldn't respect that, and plus we was living a life then. So we wanted that champagne life. We wanted to feel that. We wanted to feel good about it, and we just made the niggas cough up 100,000. They had to pay it. And we got locked up, and we got locked up out there. That's one of my giant remembering times, you know what I mean? Still 999 more though, you know? Yo, what up, man? This is Ray. You know what it is, man. Check out my man right here, represent Montreal to the fullest. You know what it is. You know what he do. Talented cat, Bad News Brown, support him. Real nigga to real nigga. One.